What's up everyone, my name is Irelevance and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be going over a method to easily kill the tier 2 enderman slayer. This method is mage based, so if you're already a mage, it's perfect for you. If you aren't a mage, I'd recommend getting a mage setup at least, because this update is heavily mage based, but I'll also touch on a few ways non-mage setups can go against tier 2 enderman slayers and also even tier 3s. Before we get into how to defeat the tier 2 Voidgloom Seraph, I would like to ask you to subscribe because only 0% of the people who actually watch my videos are actually subscribed. So please, go hit that button down below because it would really help out the channel. With that being said, let's get straight into the video. So what even is the Voidgloom Seraph? The Voidgloom Seraph is the enderman slayer. It's just another name zombies have Revenant. We here at the Enderman Slayer have the Voidgloom Seraph. And we're going to be doing a tier 2, which has 15 million health and does 5,000 damage per second. And with the abilities, I'm just going to explain it when it actually happens, because I don't really know how to explain the first ability without just showing you. And this Slayer gives 25 Enderman Slayer XP. So let's go ahead and start that now. You can get the Enderman XP anywhere in the Ender caves thing, but come out here to where the gate is and go to your right. This is where the I don't even know how to pronounce that. Just look at it. That's what it is. Just go to the Enderman Slayer place, okay? Because the ones here, they have a lot more HP, but they also give a lot more XP, which really helps in speeding this up. And you're gonna have to do a lot of tier 2s if you want to get to the level 4 Enderman Slayer. This is a very, very grindy Slayer, as Slayers usually are, so you're gonna want to stay down here. What I'm using to kill them is a withered giant sword, run for all, but I'm not actually hitting it like this. You can do that, but 1 minute, I'm gonna change to a tiger pet. I found that works pretty well. With this, what I'm gonna do is have the giant sword, swap to a flower of truth. Didn't work the first time, but we saw it could one tap the enderman. It's just a glitch that's going around right now, and I just use it while you can because it's really helpful. But worst case, just hit them. And it could take a bit longer, but it is what it is. And this is just what we're gonna do until we get enough XP to summon the actual boss. And for tier 2, there aren't many bosses. And I should probably say what gear I'm using. I'm using full 3/4 storm, growth 6, recommed, wisdom 5, fuming hot potato books and all, on the ancient reforge. I'd recommend getting the necrotic reforge because this is based on right click mage, but I'm a left click mage for master mode, so I'm not going to change it. And you also want ancient with the goggles, but again, I would recommend getting necrotic instead of ancient. And mine are pretty decently maxed out, but you don't need anything this good. But if you have something this good, that's good. And I'm gonna be using a pretty maxed out Hyperion. And one thing is, after this update, because of the strength nerf, Valkyrie is pretty much dead. You might as well just get a Scylla if you want left click damage. And for me, I'm a left click mage in master mode, and I was using Valkyrie because it was really good. It was even better than giant sword in a lot of cases if you know how to use the ferocity well. And people were saying, oh no, ferocity doesn't work for left click mage. It does. Don't listen to those people, they're dumb. But yeah, now Hyperion is better because the right click mage damage is still pretty much the same, and you're not really sacrificing left click damage, and the giant sword is better inside of dungeons than the Valkyrie now. For me anyways, it really depends on your cat level and all. There's a lot that goes into it. And for pets, for clearing, I'm using a tiger pet, and for the actual boss, I use a sheep pet because the damage is pretty good. Because if you look at the sheep pet, we get plus 20% ability damage. And 20%, that's actually pretty good. And with the goggles, I also have 45% ability damage. So that's 65% plus in ability damage total. But for some reason I have 75%. I don't know where I get the other 9%, I think, 11%. But I get somewhere, and I am not complaining. So I'm gonna cut back when the boss spawns. So we're at 31 out of 33 kills right now, so I'm just gonna proactively change to my sheep pet. And I'll just melee the other two endermen to summon the boss. And when it first spawns, it's gonna be based on hits, not damage. So I'm just gonna hurricane bow spam it. That's just what works right now, because hurricane bows can shoot up to 5 arrows at once, which makes it really good for this. Then when it goes to damage mode, just right click it until you see on the chat that it's not doing any damage, because that means it went back to the hit mode. Why can't I hit it? Right. So went back to damage mode, so you go do that again. Goes back to hit mode. So you hurricane bow spam it, and this is basically all you do. And I was able to do it without showing you the second ability. Because of that guy, but usually I don't even have to do the second ability. I can just right click a few times and it's done. But what the second ability is the Ender Slayer throws a end crystal, whichever one it is, and you just have to stand on it. But you really shouldn't worry about that unless you're not doing that much damage, or you're meleeing it and you don't have a hype that's doing a lot of damage. But if you want to melee it, or you don't have a hype, you're not a mage, you can use 3/4 Necron with a Reaper Mask and use either a giant sword or a Falk or Scylla and swap between it, because with the Falk or Scylla you get lifesteal, with giant sword you don't. And just keep going at it, just try and tank it. Shouldn't be that hard because of the Reaper Mask, because it gives 2 times healing. That's good if you're using a power orb or anything like that. And I've seen people solo tier 3s by doing that. I haven't tried that myself because I sold my Necron to, you know, get enough money to try out the update. But yeah, that should work too. Well, thank you so much for watching to the end. It really means a lot, and don't forget to like and subscribe. On that note, my name is Irelevance, and I'll see you in the next video.